One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Scarlet Knights have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Blue Devils offense will start this game off. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. Got enough for the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, and making sure he makes the right decision.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Rutgers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Gadecki. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Gets away. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Spins away. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Gadecki. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw. The defense was in good position.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Scarlet Knights have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Scarlet Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He might want another play. To throw, it's Skidecki. That's a fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had two guys near that ball.
The give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front of that defensive line.
Wants to throw on third. Quarterback adapted. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They're going to run it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's Grove. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run to the left. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Rides to back and leaves it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to pass, it's Gadecki. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. That's caught. It's Johnson. And they get him down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. From the gun, running back gets to give. He has the first and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
There he goes. Headed to the end